everyone, my name is Webweaver, and welcome to Binky's. This is where builds come to die. So how this hat works is, at the end of every combat, you get to choose, like, an upgrade, obviously, but before that happens, you get a random item. And that random item can overwrite anything. So, I mean, I'd rather not take damage, like, you know, I feel a little bit bad about rolling that bone now, but, you know, I feel like for this malicious, dangerous beast, I would rather just play it a little simple and safe, if you will. Be a little cautious around the monster, and then, you know, next turn you're cooked. It doesn't matter what you're gonna do. It doesn't matter what you're gonna do, because you're cooked. There's no winning move for you, beastie, because me and my ghoulie... So, here we go. We got Binky's big bone, so now we get to upgrade. And the upgrade can be, you know, anything. So I think, genuinely speaking, this is just where, like, you know, I'm not taking the Pondering Orb Necklace because I'm not expecting to win on the first go, and I don't want to have to, like, deal with it taking a reroll away, so I'm not gonna take it. Card Trick is, powerful, but sometimes completely fucking useless, so, you know, don't worry about it too much. I would love to use 3 wands in a turn, though. Or get channel randomly through Binkies, or just, like, you know, period. But it's so difficult to make that happen. It is so incredibly difficult to roll 3 wands in a row, honestly. It is a little bit perplexing. It's a little bit perplexing, perhaps. But it is like a strong wand if you can get it to pop off, but you need some sort of re-rolling, or you need some sort of, like... The channel spell is, like, the best way to do it, in my opinion. Because it activates your wand 3 times, and then there's, like, a card trick that casts your spell, and there's a card trick that... sure, why not? I didn't need, good spells anyways. And the thing is, I don't think the upgrades can overwrite the Binky, so you're just kind of stuck with whatever it decides to give you until it decides to take it away. So I think we're going friend build. I think we're going friend build right now. Now, Binkies could take away anything that we hold dear at any point in time, period, for any reason. Alright, just scale up the freaking wand, brother. I wanted to get cute. I wanted to abracadabra fully charge my wand. But, you're not gonna let me do that, are ya? You're not gonna let me get funny with it. You're not gonna let me get silly with it. You're not gonna give me an opportunity to play a minion and then a big bone. Because why would you? Why would you? All of my hopes and fucking dreams down the drain. Why? For what? So that I can't say abracadabra? And I'm taking damage here, so it's not a perfect. How dare you? How freaking double dog dare you? Aw, crap. I mean, why take damage when I can get some free weakness? I think Card Trick is very versatile, but the problem with it, and now I feel like one of those YouTubers with, like, the cartoon sonas, the rant sonas, you know? The problem with the Card Trick is that it's too broad, and you cannot, like, actually get a guarantee on what you're doing, you know? And sometimes it's just not helpful. So, we've almost got a full build thanks to Binkies, but, it's eventually going to start, like, ripping us to shreds when it takes away everything that we hold dear. Or it's just going to give us good shit for the entire run. You never know. It's completely random. It's Randy random, you know? It is, it's true anarchy. I want the Card Trick is what I'm going for. Goddamn right. I'll take that, honestly. Like, we're going to take a shit ton of damage here, but... You are losing a shit ton of tempo from that, brother. And our gremlins aren't too half bad, huh? They're getting fighting fit right now. they're getting a little fucking scary, don't you think? You know what? Kill this guy. We are kind of... Okay, we're dead. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I wasn't familiar with your game tree. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was not familiar with your game. We're gonna die. I cannot believe that happened. I don't think we took anything that will screw me over, but I'll still do the thing just in case. I do wish, you know, I do wish the bugs got squashed. But, you know, that's my fault for playing the game so much instead of just, like, playing it normally, which is, you know, just kind of big chillin', you know? Just kind of big chillin'. We don't need perfects. We don't need perfects. Why would we ever need perfects? All right, what have perfects ever done for us, huh? Like, think about it this way. We're eating bones when we don't need to. We're chilling because the outcome has been predetermined, brother. We're not losing to the likes of you. Even if I don't get a wand to smite you down to the ground, sending you straight to hell, I don't need to do that. I no longer have a ghoulie, though. I've relieved the ghoulies of service. I mean, it's really good with the goblins, theoretically, hypothetically, if we can upgrade it. I don't know. I have to be very careful of it, though, because what if I do something really stupid? Have you ever thought of that? Me doing something stupid? Perhaps alright, whatever. Okay, fuck me, I guess. Yeah, look at that, big goblin. Big goblin, you see that? It's a big goblin. I don't care about the order, you're dead, brother. Big goblin doesn't even have to do anything. The little goblin's gonna fuck you up all the same. I'm not taking Living Book. I shouldn't say that. Maybe I'll take Living Book. Avalanche Wand is so fell for it again award. I'm not taking Art of War. I'm taking Azurite Bracelet. Azurite Bracelet's crazy, man. It saved us. He was a hero and I couldn't see it. He was an Azurite hero and I couldn't fucking see it. Sure. Tiny D. I mean, I kind of wish I had Avalanche Orb. Avalanche Orb is such a fun item. I really love it. It's one of my favorite items in the game, but it unfortunately just kind of exists. What if he gets a crit, man? It'll be cool. I love the little tiny bee sounds. It's very cute. You're dead. You're cooked. Listen, it's not about order, okay? It's not about order. It's about rolling 3 bones and nothing happening. And then one of your goblins getting stung by a bee and dying. And the bee is, like, significantly larger than the goblin that you have. I don't really know how that works, but, I might have just killed this thing, because it's like a 50% chance. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared. I've actually lost the bee once, so, like, I'm kind of aware of, like, how bad, how buzzing bad it can get. But maybe I'm just fucking cooking. Like, you can sting my goblin, but you're, like, a lore-accurate, like, you know, you're a lore-accurate size bee right now. So, unfortunately, you're cooked. Life bracelet, please? Sure. See, that's how it goes. Goodbye curse, hello new curse. Touch of Life's great, Vine Necklace is great. Because this is healing, this is damage mitigation. This is, in theory, like, you kind of just want to take, like, a really good spell or something, but... I mean, that's great against this guy, because I can throw up. I have 2 defensive skills now, and this guy does a fuck ton of damage, so... Blocks 2 Vine hits. Not gonna complain about that. So we're just chilling. Like, I mean, hit me, brother. Try it if you want to. Now, we didn't make any progress, actually, in the run that we did here, but, yeah. You ever think about that? We didn't make any progress in having, like, a really good defensive turn. We're gonna have another really good defensive turn. Do you ever think about that? I'll choose to take some damage here. It's alright. I mean, you know, if you wanted to live, you would have gotten a critical hit, you know? And it's just sort of the divine retribution that happens when you don't get a critical hit. Like, yeah, sorry. It's 2 shield for the Azurite bracelet. Like, that's actually kind of fucking chill as fuck, man. Now, I did just send out the goblins to die. But, you know, sometimes you're gonna do what you're gonna do here. Honestly, I don't know if this is the truth nuke. I actually don't know if this is the correct play. Because, like, now I have to use a wand next turn, or my goblins are useless for the whole game. Because I'm pretty sure this guy's still marked, right? He's just not saying it. Wait, I don't even think I got him. I don't even think I got him. There's no mark on there. But I do want to actually, like, you know, kill this guy. It's not what I meant, actually. Like, when I said I wanted to kill this guy, it's actually, like, not what I meant at all. It's actually, like, literally not what I meant. Like, when I said that I wanted to kill this guy, the way that I meant it is I meant, like, the vines, because the vines were very scary. That's actually what I meant. That's what I meant. Can I roll a stun? No. Okay. Goodbye, goblins. It's fine. They didn't crit anyways, so we can be mean to them. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Well, we just need to bring in the big guns, man. We just need to bring in the big guns. One more goblin as a treat? Or, actually, it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter at all. Because of how the crit works and how the targeting works, and yeah. It's alright. You don't even need to critically hit him. Just walk over to him and hold the knife above the tree's head. And then the tree's thinking, like, you know, you're not an axe, so I don't really have to be worried. But then you just sink the knife into the tree bark, and then the sap starts pouring out. And then we are like, ooh, maple syrup. And then we have, like, a delicious topping for our waffles and pancakes. Okay. You look at this, and you think to yourself. You look at this and you think to yourself, it's Jover. But have you considered that we have the most scummy combo imaginable in mind here, if we can but simply hit this guy? Check that shit out. That's awesome. Now, we're gonna eat shit. We're gonna take 1 damage. But, like, this is the first... This is literally, in the 60 hours that I played this game, this is literally, actually, unironically, the first time I have ever been able to get this elf twig thing to work. Like, I'm not even joking. This is literally the first time I've ever been able to do this. And it actually kind of fucks really hard. Like, it actually goes kind of crazy, if you think about it. And it's like, it kind of is awesome. Because if we get 2 elf twigs this turn, like, he's dead. We could also do this, which is pretty fun, but I would like to get him marked. And then, like, have the guys kill him, you know? Have the guys jump him. Because, like, this is just, like, thematically a really cool thing. Like, it was instant. It was on sight. He killed him. He sent him to hell. This is a really cool combo, actually. This is really neat. I like it a lot. I do actually really like it a lot. I think it's a really neat thing conceptually. It's just so hard to make it pop off. But goblins is probably the best way that you could do it, because you're, like, gambling every turn. I didn't mean to press that button. You're gambling every turn. And it feels great. It does feel unironically great. Okay, cool. One of the things I do want to do in this game eventually is somehow kill the cat. Which is, like, such an unhinged thing to say, but it's like, it would be kind of cool. It really is the sunk cost Falaki, huh? Jesus fucking Christ. Like, you just have to keep hitting her with the lion stun. Because that's how, that's just how goated it is. But you start stacking up the enrage. So you're, like, kind of screwing yourself over a little bit. But check this shit out. Don't mind if I freaking do, huh? Bag of tricks, that's fine. We weren't using the spell anyways. Now the spell is actually useful. I mean, the squeaky bone's funny, because that's more goblin synergy, I guess. But maybe we should have gone, like, putrid bone or something for, like, AoE. But maybe the dream is just the goblins are attacking so much. He's probably dead. He's definitely dead. I don't know what I was thinking. He's absolutely dead. But I mean, I can just kind of put up all the defenses that I need right here. I don't want you to kill my goblins. I want you to hit me. At least one of the goblins lives, so I guess I'm kind of fine with that. Like, this is, like, not bad, you know? Like, of course, stunning this guy early sucks, because it's like, how on earth do you want me to do this? That's a pretty good way to do it, you know? I genuinely think we had no answers for that turn, just because we kind of got, like, a little bit unlucky, and there it goes. All of my joy, all of my happiness, everything that I have ever wanted in life, everything that I've ever desired in life, all of the happiness that I've ever had, Binky's took it away in 3 seconds. All it took was one little Binky's proc, and that's it. That's it. All it took was one Binky's moment. One certified Binky's moment. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. That was all she wrote. I'm gonna, like, lose all my wand charge, so it's just making the Bit-Boy stronger. The uncorrupted Bit-Boy that does 2 damage and has 3 HP and cannot have its damage scaled. That's it. That's what he does. It's the Bit-Boy. I'm gonna take a shit ton of damage, man. Jesus Christ. Thank you, mana. I mean, it doesn't, like, really matter what we do here. We're gonna kill you, but is that really good? Like, I guess shoutouts to the Moo guys for letting me infinitely scale my Bit Boys or whatever, but it doesn't really feel good. I'd probably rather do literally anything else right now. It's a big Bit Boy. It's a pretty cool Bit Boy, actually, now that you think about it, but, I mean, I guess we can kill you. And then the other Bit Boy's gonna do something, maybe? I mean, I could just die, you know? I could just die. I could just Shinei Kakyoin. I'd prefer the Bit Boy to get hit, but... You fell for it, you fool. Go, my Bit Boys! I do need to, like, actually start scaling my my wand charge so that the Bit Boys can, like, you know, do damage. That'd be nice. That would be, like, pretty cool, I think. I like how I confused the Bit Boys accidentally. I'm sorry, boys. I didn't mean it. They're so cute. They're, like, honestly one of the cutest enemies in the game. For real, on God. I miss my goblins, though. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Well, yeah. It's the least damage that we're gonna take, and we're about to take a lot of fucking damage. Oh, shit. I mean, I guess it's better than the other enemy. What is the other enemy on this one? Is it just the fucking guys who kill you? Is it just the guys who fucking jump you? Well, fuck me, I guess. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. It is Fell Forward Again award. That is all we're doing here. And that is what we will continue to do until morale improves. It's fine, don't worry about it. Our bleed is going to trigger our mana shield, and it's going to do 2 damage to all, which is the best thing that we could potentially ask for, but we have no real scaling damage. So, you know, it is what it is. It's look who it is. It's look who it is. And the Bit Boy's fucking dead, because of course the Bit Boy's dead. We do have one charge, though, so we can potentially make a giant Bit Boy if we're lucky. Nope, we're not. I'm not gonna take damage, though, because we do actually have the mana shield, which is pretty cool. So you're gonna eat shit, but, like, you know, I can't help but notice the bicycle is, like, infinitely scaling right now, and it's kind of, like, fucking frightening me. Thank you, mana shield, Jesus Christ. So the bicycle is now gonna enrage and just exclusively target me, which is very stressful, if you think about it. I don't have any mana, so I would have liked to avoid damage here, but it is what it is. You would have been enraged, and then you would have been a much scarier tricycle than before. I don't even know why I did that. Like, I mean, what is Bit Boy gonna do? What is Big Bit Boy gonna do? What is the Big Boy gonna do? Well, that's enough of that. Gain 1 mana, become gem form. I'll just take the healing, honestly. I'm a little bit worried about the Devil's Bracelet, because it's kind of frightening if you think about it. This is where the Putrid Bone shines, by the way, because you don't have to waste your first turn with Putrid Bone. Well, you know, I didn't need to get a Bit Boy, mana, wand charge, it's fine. We can just get nothing but elf twigs that, for sure do something. Honestly, I feel like the mana thing is gonna go fucking crazy here. Because it's pretty nice to do AoE damage to these guys. They're pretty, like, terrifying. And we can just keep the bloodshed rolling here. I am happy that they do hit me at least once. Not right now, because they're starting to get terrifying, but more or less just, it's bad value, but, hopefully I only get hit once. Perfect. Zoop! Big Bit Boy. It is the Bit Boy. And look at that, we turned it around. I'm kind of praying that Binky's takes the Bit Boys away, but that's significantly worse. That is the way that we increase the damage of the Bit Boys, and now we can't do that, so they're just kind of useless, unfortunately. But I do, you know, if it were corrupted, the ring, we would be able to get, like, unlimited Bit Boy works and just have them attack, like, 30 times a turn, but you know, we're gonna take 0 damage because the Vine Necklace is OP, and we're gonna pray to God. Or whoever's listening. And, I got mana. The gem form thing actually really does come in handy. Yeah, sure. Binkies? You want to do me a solid here? No? Okay, you actually want to make my life objectively worse because the gem form was really helpful for emergency? Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. The toad thing is amazing if this is crab, but since we don't know, I'm gonna take this. I mean, imagine, like, the 1 in 8 chance to turn this guy into a toad. Like, what does that fucking do for us, you know? Now, you look at this, and you think to yourself, what do I do? And the answer is, you don't actually do that much. We are going to take 3 damage, and we're gonna live our lives like that, but we have a Bit Boy, so maybe we can get him to do something. I mean, not really. We don't need the Bit Boy to do something. We can just kind of have him chill and do like chip damage against an infinitely scaling boss that really does not want to fuck around here. Don't fall for it again. Our entire lifeline, in every sense of the word, is just being able to have mana, so... I wish I had the Azurite bracelet, but order in the court. Yeah, sure, why not? We're gonna have to stun this fucking guy, turn him into a frog so he's doing 1 damage instead of 5. You know, I agree with that, personally. I would like it to happen this turn, but, you know, we can't always get what we want. But sometimes you get exactly what you want, and the frog with the laser eyes doesn't fuck with you. The second giant Bit Boy has joined the chat. Now, here's the thing. They do actually, you know, do things, but... Thank God the frog makes them take double damage. I'll go it alone from here. Well, that could have been an absolute fucking disaster. Sure, yeah, that's fine. I didn't want anything good anyways. They've got to be able to get their own shields, man. Like, I hate taking the 3 damage right before the wizard, but this is it, man. Like, the Bit Boys are our ride or die. So, we have to make them survive. So we're gonna take 2 damage. The Bit Boy's gonna live. And if we give him HP, he's gonna give a shield, so... What we need to do... And this is not, like, a fun thing, by the way. I'm not, like, fucking with this. I'm not kunking with this, you know? Shoutouts to Simple Flips. What I need to do is I need to get this guy into stun range for when he decides to execute my friends. And I need to stun him then and there, because if we lose our friends, we kind of, like, lose the game. So, I mean, you know, we're just gambling at this point for, like, utter fucking nonsense, so... They're going to be able to defend themselves. I'm not. I am going to take damage here. Not as much as I think, because I do actually have mana, which is quite nice. Now, he's gonna kill my friends next turn. I got greedy by trying to assume that I could, like, not hit the 33% chance. So that's good. We gotta start getting this shit on lock, man. We gotta start getting this shit on lock. I do want the Bit Boys to focus. It sucks, but we also, like, double their shield every time it happens, so if they get hit, then it's, like, pretty good. Now, of course, you know, how could I be so stupid? We want the Ramulet here. He's gonna go for my allies soon, which is very stressful. But, I suppose, actually, one of the nicer things is that, I suppose one of the nicer things is that the Bit Boys, until we make them super, they're not really, like... And we're never going to make them super because a die was stolen. That's, I have mana, so I actually don't fall... Oh. I don't know if the chip damage is enough. Like, we're getting a lot of lucky stuns on this guy, which is really nice, but, like, you know, I need, like, something. I need anything. I don't have any mana, so I lose the wand charge immediately, so... Oh, I'm gonna go down to 3, and then I get like this would be over with the goblins, man. I can't stress this enough. I knew it was gonna be bad. Like I knew it was gonna be bad. I mean, we could get the miracle stun, but unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. We're just working with so little dice that it's like we don't really have anything going on, and I can't put up enough defenses or block to really do anything. So, unfortunately, like, I'd love to charge the wand here, but we're gonna lose 1 wand charge, so I guess that's just sort of miracle, actually. So how do we win this run? I don't think we do, but the start is BitBoy and Book. We can go mana here, and no BitBoy, right? It's no BitBoy, so it's like, what are you gonna do? If we got a BitBoy that entire fucking turn, maybe we could have done something with it, but because the Super BitBoy does 6 damage, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty strong. I'm alright with that. We're going down to 2 dice, by the way, which still technically that can be BitBoy and that can be BitBoy. I mean, the BitBoy will live. But, like, are we gonna live? He's buffing himself up for, like, 30 turns in a row, man. He's getting ready for doing the ×9. And it's like, I can't even fucking send him to hell here. Because what the hell is the point? So we're gonna lose all of our wand charge. Because the guy's just gonna kill our ally again. It's a death spiral. We would have already killed him with the guy. You know, we would have already sent him to hell with the guy, and that's just sort of the life that we have to live and accept. Which is that we're cooked. God, getting any poison is so bad on this. Dude, come on. I mean, we have no dice, so it's like it is what it is, but that's crazy. That's how Binkies can do it, brother. That's how Binkies can do it, sister. It's all smooth sailing, and then Binkies takes the one item that you were using to actually win the run, and then it's over. Like, I'm sorry, like, we had a damage scaling on allies, and we had allies that could damage scale themselves and do damage, and Binkies took both of them away, and then gave us, like, 3 random curses, so we didn't even have a chance to get anything better. So, you know, that's just the hat, man. That's when you take, me when I take, like, 30 ibuprofen, 30 Benadryl, 50 melatonin, at 20 milligrams, I'm seeing the hat, man. And that's just the hat, man. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.